And especially if you start out with eggshell or semi-gloss, and the first few times, and you do that, and even if the rest of the time you end up using flat paint, you can do that 8 or 9 times before letting it dry. You can peel the whole thing out. The whole thing will come out, almost like a new plastic tray liner. I do that all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna use my little 4-inch extension roller. I don't even know if I brought it up here. I thought, what happened to it? I thought I brought it up here. Oh, here it is. Right here. Here's my 4-inch mini roller. Here's an old cover pad that I had, and I tried to clean it out, and you know, it's still good for certain things. You don't have to throw them all away. See, here's a 6-inch, and I tried to save it and clean it off and stuff. I'm not going to use that on this job, but it might come in handy in a pinch if I wanted to paint one little wall in a closet or something. You know what I mean? So I saved those. And I saved this one, and it's a little bit thicker, but I'm just going to use, I wouldn't use that on this job. I would not use this to paint my doors with or anything like that. It's an old one, you know, but it's usable, and I'm going to use it, kaboom, I'm going to use it for this, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I got that whole bit, and chances are, I'm pretty sure she's gonna like this color. I don't necessarily have to use all of that on the walls, but if she likes it, hey, that little section of wall is going to have the color on there. And so I can go around in the bedrooms. I can put a little spot right there. And when I do it, I'll make it big enough, you know, so it'll give her an idea of what the wall color is going to look like. And then maybe I'll come over in this area here where it's kind of dark. Maybe I'll stick a little sample on that wall for her. You know, 2 foot by 2 foot, or 1.5 feet by 3 feet long, something like that. Maybe put a little sample piece right here, just so she kind of gets the idea of walking in the room or over here where the sun's never going to shine. Look, there was a ceiling fan here. There was no light on the ceiling fan. I might even get a light kit put on the ceiling fan, or get a different ceiling fan. There's not much light in here, is there? There's going to be a couple lamps, a TV here, a couple lamps over here, but there's no eyeball can lights up here. There's no light currently on the ceiling fan. So when I come in here, most of the time, this is about how much light I'm going to get. And do you see what I'm talking about? The color of the wall? Well, the color of the paint is a little bit brighter than that, what they have on the wall. But see how dark the room really is? Because you picked that color and you wanted your walls light, you actually picked a darker color, didn't you? Even without knowing it. Look how dark these walls are. And had you wanted them lighter, you could have put the samples on there in a darker area, let's say, and then you could have the same color that they put on the wall, and then the next lighter shade that they didn't put on the wall, and you can put that next to it. And then you can stand back and look at them. You know, make an educated decision as to what paint you want. Before you tell a painter off of a little paint sample like, yeah, that's the color I want. And then you come into the job when the painter says, okay, we're all done. You go in there and your head kind of rolls around and you're like, what the heck? That's not the color I wanted. We did that one time in a tenant. I used to do commercial projects and painting, you know, doing T-bar ceilings, metal stud walls, metal frames for the doors, and all that kind of stuff. Glue down carpet, ceiling tiles on the ceilings and stuff. This one person they picked out, and I never help somebody pick out colors. It's just not worth it, because you recommend something and then you put it on the wall, and now you're second guessing yourself. I hope they like it. You know what I mean? And if they don't like it, they want you to paint it a different color, and they want you to pay for it and all that kind of stuff. forget that. I never make the decision on what color to paint for somebody else, okay? But these people wanted this color. It looked kind of good on the swatch. It was called salmon. And it kind of looked, I don't know, orange. It kind of had an orange hue on it. But we put it all, we painted the whole entire thing. And my eyes are kind of bugging out after I put it on one of the walls. And I thought, well, that's what they picked. We're painting over the weekend or at night or something. We need to get this whole job done so we could get on to the next phase of the project. And they came in the next day and they had a fit. And I said, hey, that's the color you picked out. I took the little sample piece, we put it up there, sure enough, held it at angles. They looked back and they were dumbfounded. They were like, well, we don't like it, we want you to repaint it. They picked out a different color and they paid me to repaint their whole place. Okay, wasn't on my dime. So you've gotta make, get your samples, okay? That's all I can say. So whenever I tell people something, I make suggestions to them. I'll say, when you get paint, it always, on your sample, the paint always seems darker than your paint sample, okay? When you pick out carpet, it's the very opposite. When you look at a carpet sample, you think, okay, that's the color I want, and there's the 3 little black specks in there, little specks in the carpet, and some little dark gray specks or something like that, or dark brown specks and little black specks, and the carpet comes out and you stand back and you think, that's not the carpet I picked, that's too light. I can't even see the speckles. That was what sold me on this carpet. I liked those speckles. I wanted them to shine. I wanted them to kind of stand out. I can't even hardly see them. And that's what happens. Okay, so for carpet, your samples, get big carpet samples. And get a few different ones and flop them down on the floor. Not those small little square ones, okay? And know that when the carpet comes out, the carpet, because you're standing back and now you're looking, from here you're looking at a 12-foot wide piece of carpet that's going all the way down, 12 foot wide in your bedroom. You know what I mean? You got all of this now and you're standing up. You know, your eyes are 5 feet off the ground and you're looking over this entire area. You're not just looking at one little carpet sample, okay? So that's something to remember. You know, carpet samples, your carpet's gonna come out lighter than what you picked. Your paint samples, when you get your paint, you put your paint on the walls, it's always gonna look darker than your sample. See here? Look at that. See the color of these walls in the ceiling is that color up there. The lighter, way up high, right next to the skylight. That's the actual color. But that's the only bit of the color that you picked out in this whole entire area, isn't it? Look how dark it looks. You think there's two different two-tone colors, but there's not. See? You see what I mean? That's your color. That little strip right there is your main color that you picked out, that you just loved. And that's why you picked this color paint. But now, look, most of your room, it's not that color. Let's go down. Here's your stairwell. It's not that color, is it? Let's go down here. This is the lightest area of this condo, because it's overlooking a nice little river. The river runs through it, and they maximized the light coming through here, right? Okay. Well, look where the light's coming. It's coming down. It's shining on the floor, right? But look at the walls. I thought it would be brighter, but no. Look. See this? What's the color of your paint? Here's the color of your paint that you picked out that you just loved. Right there. That's the only bit of the actual color that you're going to see on these walls that you picked out that you just loved that color, because it was light. It wasn't dark. You didn't want your walls this dark. So then that means you're gonna have to pick a lighter shade. That's why when you come out here with the 3 different colors, the color you loved was this color, right? So you want the shade lighter than that, and then you want another one that's even lighter than that. Or you might want a different little bit of a color of a lighter gray or taupe or whatever. Now, on a wall like this, you can put a nice little sample here. You can put a nice little sample next to it over here. You can put another one over here. Now you can stand back and you can kind of look throughout your room, visualize, which color do I really like? Oh, hey, that was a good idea because I don't really like the first color I thought because that's too dark. See? Hopefully that's given you a little bit of information on that. I'm not gonna go any more about picking carpet colors, picking paint colors, okay? But so Mommy's pretty 100% sure that she likes this, but I still told her I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna put some on the wall. She's pretty sure she's gonna like it. Okay? I mean, they have so many colors. Don't get will-o'-the-wisp. Okay? I'm not telling you to do that. That's just what she picked. Hey, happy wife, happy life, right? I can pretty much go with any color she wants. What I can't do is for me to decide what color I think she's gonna like and to do all the walls and then have her come in here and say, why did you do that? Why did you do that color? Why didn't you check with me first? Why didn't you put 3 different colors on the walls? You know, think about that before you do your painting.